your hips. Find that nice grounding. Reach your arms to the sky. We'll start on the left. Here we go. You go left and right. Left, left. All right. Find that nice posture. Hopefully not for the first time today, but maybe the first time you've really thought about it. Shoulders right over your hips. Abs nice and supportive, engaged. Shoulders down your back. And start to pull your elbows to your sides. You pull, pull, pull. So bring your elbows kind of more out to the sides than we sometimes do. You pull. Feeling the palms of your hands point to the front of your room, your space. Then we'll add the rotation. Here we go. You rotate towards your leg. A little more goalpost arms. So you rotate. Think about shifting your weight from one foot to the other, really pushing down through both sides of that foot. Find some big breaths. We have 6 more. We'll be done with marching for today, so get some good ones. Last time through, then plant your feet. We're gonna squat. Down for 2, up for 2. Drop, and lift. You drop, and lift. You reach, and pull. Really focus on that weight in your heels. Sink low while you keep your chest bright. Knees go forward over the middle of your feet. Then you're gonna hold it down in one more. Come all the way up. Now hold it down. Lift your arms up. Draw your shoulders down your back. Thumbs point to the space behind you. You're gonna pulse your legs, press your arms. You go down, push, drop, arms, legs, arms. All right, gaze down on the floor in front of you so you don't crank your neck. Focusing on going a little lower. Down and up. 3 more. Let me change. 2. All right, hold the down. You're gonna toe heel your feet a little bit wider. Toes turn out. Finding that wide squat, turned out feet. Come down nice and low. You're gonna come up and down. It's up and down. Pull and reach. Kind of the same arm position we did in marching. Elbows come into your sides. Up and down. All right. I'm gonna move a little to the left. We're gonna add a slide of the left foot to the right. So you come up and down. You pull, drop. So just going over to the right, or if you went to the left, no worries. We'll obviously do both sides. Reach. And reach. Last one. Now hold. All right, I'm gonna move to my other side. You don't need to move. Give me 8 pulses. Just go down, 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 down. 3, 2, it's down, up, down, up. Keep going. I see a question. I'm gonna take a peek. It's down and up, down, up. All right, you guys are chatting. That's good. I like chatting. I don't like technical problems. All right, everybody's good. Let's move to the left, down. I saw a question mark, which made me worried that someone was saying, I can't hear, or something. All right, big breaths here. You can always take your arms more forward. I know I'm starting to feel it in my shoulders. We're gonna hold it over to the left in that squeeze leg V position. 3 more. 2. Last one down, come up. Squeeze your inner thighs. Lift your heels up. Bend your knees forward. Bring your hands to your heart. Just hold. All All right, maybe feeling your heart pumping. Nice warm up. Can you come a little lower? We're not here for long. Just finding a couple of breaths before we forward fold for our planks. In 3, 2, and 1. Forward fold. Find a nice release of the backs of your hamstrings. And then bend your knees as much as you need to get your hands to the floor. Walk your hands out. Hands come right under your shoulders. Fingers spread really wide. You can always come down to your knees. But if you're up on your toes, make sure the balls of your feet are right under your heels. But then you energize your heels back without moving them. You're shooting that nice energy out your heels. Shoulders away from your ears. Nice long neck. Hug your belly up and in. We're gonna paddle out our knees. Big bends start on the left. You go left, straighten, right, straighten. So maybe even coming forward a little bit on your toes so your knee drops to the floor. Let's bend, stretch. Keep just a tiny little bend at your elbows so you can really use all your arm muscles for support. Stretch, bend, stretch. You got it. 3 more. All the way through. We have 2. All right, last time left, last time right. Now you're gonna bring your left hand a little bit closer in and then turn to the left. Sorry, turn to the right. Reach your right arm to the sky. I was thinking about how I looked on the angle, but you guys know how to side plank. Turn to the side, lift your head up. Press it back into an imaginary headrest. Nice long line of your spine. From there, your hips lift up an inch, lift, lift, lift. You gotta keep going, 8 more lifts. You got it. Now turn to the side, lift, lift, lift. We're gonna drop our knee down. Bottom leg's gonna come down. 4, feel that ab work. All right, just hold for a second and then bend your bottom knee. Come down to your knee, but find that same lift of your side. Keep everything the same. You can always drop to your forearm if you need a little less wrist. Then reach your top arm long. You're gonna hug your knee to elbow. Hug in, reach, reach. So finding that same side plank engagement. Maybe feeling it a little more in your left side glute. Pull and reach. 6, let me pulse. Big breaths here. Really reach away, then hug in. It's 3, 2. Now hold that in. Lift up out of your shoulder, elbow to knee. It's in an inch, in an inch. Just a few of these. Feel it in your abs. We got a child's pose coming up. 8, 6. Don't let your left hip drop, lift it up. 3, 2, and 1. Child's pose. Drop down. All right, find a nice big breath. I'm gonna shimmy to the other side. Big breath in and out. Back to high plank. Hands under shoulders, legs go long. Just gearing up for the other side. Feel all that ab engagement as your belly's to the floor. You're gonna keep all that. So you bring your right hand to center, open up to the left. Lift your arm to the sky. Again, you can be on your forearms. Same work for your abs. Little lifts of your hips. Up an inch, up an inch. Don't over open your hips. They're nice and stacked. Trying to keep that lift of your right leg to start. If you need a little less, you can always take your top leg, press it down, lift, lift, lift. Getting that nice neck alignment. We'll drop the bottom knee. 3, 2. Hold all that abdominal engagement, just come down to your knee. Extend your top leg up. Find that wide collarbone, pushing down through your shin. Reach your arm a little bit more forward of your head. Knee to elbow, pull in and reach. Pull and reach. Always wanting to think in our bar workouts about what is moving, what is not, right? Your left arm and leg are moving, but you don't want anything on the right side of your body moving. Find the engagement you need to be stable. 3, 2, hold in and pulse, pulse, pulse. You got it, just feeling a little more work through the abs. I know my right hip's starting to drop down. Lift it back up if that's you too. Push and push. 6. Little hold. Then we go back to forearm plank. 3, 2, breathe, pull your elbow knee a little closer, and then drop to your forearms. 30 seconds. You hold. Just breathe. Elbows under your shoulders. Maybe up on your toes or on your knees, but nice long leg from the back of your head to your heels. Hug your 2 hip points underneath you towards each other, then lift up right below your belly button. Tuck your ribs down. Maybe a little tuck of your chin under. You breathe. It's 4. It's 3, 2. Nice work. Come to your knees, find an extension stretch. Melt your heart down towards the floor as you keep your hips stacked over your knees. Push down through your shins as your head lightly presses to the floor. And then rise up. You're gonna sweep your legs around in front of you, finding our C curve posture. Hold on behind your hamstrings as you squeeze legs tight together. Then gently lean back. Tuck your tailbone under. Find flexion for the first time this class. Nice soft shoulders. Nice long neck. We're gonna tuck our hips under. Curl our heart up. Tuck your hips and curl. Little tuck and curl. Tip, curl. You got it. Tip, curl. Hope you guys all had a good day today. It was so beautiful outside. After that cool day we had yesterday. I've got 2 windows in the room I'm in by the phone. I'm wishing I'd opened one. Maybe you're getting some fresh air. Tip and curl. Tip, curl. All right. Putting all the work in your abs. Your arms are there for a little bit of help. You want your elbows high and wide. You want to squeeze your legs. Nice active legs. But again, thinking about what's moving, what's not. Trying to keep legs stable, pelvis stable most importantly. Curl, tip, and curl. Just 3 more. 2. All right, you're gonna hold that tip under. Hold the curl. All right, you're gonna bring your right elbow into your side. You're gonna push your right arm up to 90 and pull it down. It's up and pull. Push and pull. All right, you can keep your left arm holding on, or you can bring your left arm up to meet and pull. All right, it's a lot more intense with 2 arms lifted. So decide where you're at. You push and pull for 3 and pull for 2. Now you're gonna hold your arm up. Option to reach the other arm up. Little presses of your arms. Lift up an inch. Lift, lift. All right, as I was focusing on my arms, I felt my stomach kind of release a little tension, kind of relax or look for some relaxation. Think of tucking your ribs down, pulling your abdominals back towards your spine. You squeeze your legs a little tighter. I know you're almost there. It's 4, 3, 2, hold. If your elbows have kind of creeped forward, can you push them back? Whoa, a lot of abs. Tuck your ribs down. We're gonna hold on with our right hand. Find those same push and pulls with the left arm. 3, 2, and 1. Lightly hold on. Arm comes down for 2. And push. Pull. And push. Maybe you just need a minute holding on with your right arm before you lift it back up to goal post. Comes down. and push. Weights down. And push. We've got one more grand finale with both arms up. You can always hold on if you need more support. All right, 2 more. And press. Last one down. All right, hold it up. Maybe bring your right arm up if you haven't already. Recommit to the position. Tuck your tailbone under. Draw your ribs down. Press your belly button down. Keep your neck long. 20 curls. Here we go. Curl up, up, curl, curl, curl. You got it. Stick with it. It's 12. 8, 7. This is it. No hold. Just 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up, cross your legs. Find a quick hip flexor stretch. Plant your hands by your hips and lift your hips up. Drop down, cross the other leg over top, and lift up. We're gonna grab our handheld weights next to get into some arm work. If you don't wanna use weights, don't worry, you can get plenty arm work without your weights. But with or without weights, you're gonna come to a parallel position of your feet, bend your knees, reach your arms long, a little narrow row. It's pull and reach, pull, reach. I don't know why I said little. It's just a narrow row, a regular narrow row. Pretty big range of motion for our arms. Your arms go all the way straight on the diagonal, then your elbows should come back behind your sides. You push. All right, this is one exercise where it's really hard not to move through the body, through the torso. So really think about all that abdominal work we just did in our planks and our high C curve. Try to hug your abs tight every time your elbows pass your belly. Pull and reach. 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 We're gonna hold the back. Here we go. Hold your arms back. Pull back. Back an inch, little pulse. Good chance to think about dropping your shoulders away from your ears. But don't drop your chin down. Keep your neck long. Arms are gonna lift up to the sides. Here we go. Hold the back. Lift your arms. They lift up. Press. Lift. Press. Press. So elbows stay. Line with your wrists the whole time. Whole arm as a unit lifts up. Finding this 90-degree angle of our arms a lot. These last 2 exercises. It's gonna be working our bicep a little bit. Maybe we'll feel that when we get into biceps. And lower. We're gonna hold the up. 3, 2. Now hold it up, hold it wide. Rehinge at the waist. If you kind of stood up, try to find a little more hinge as much as feels okay in your back. Arms come into that wide row position. Forward and back. Whenever you need more support in this hinged forward position, you can always step 1 foot back. Just make sure you switch at some point, preferably about halfway, but you know, doesn't have to be perfect. Keeping your elbows in line with your wrists on the back. Just a pulse to finish our rows. 3, 2, hold it back and just tap, 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 tap. All right, shoulders down your back. As you continue these taps, I want you to lift up your chest. Find that pull of your elbows. You should be feeling in your elbows, your shoulders. Sorry, I don't want you to really feel it in your elbows. Maybe a little bit. All right, you're gonna hold the back. Lift your arms, they lift up and down. And lift. And lower. All right, we've got 2 more things for our shoulders. If you're feeling this on your shoulders, you can drop your weights. Press. 3, 2, All right, arms up. You're gonna press your arms overhead and stop at your shoulders. So it's up and stop. Push, stop. Push and stop. Just finding that 90-degree angle we've been working this class. Keep your ribs tucked down. Little bend of your knees. 3 more, you got it. 2, last one up. Pull your arms all the way down. Arms come to a bicep ready position. We're going to click our heels together in that narrow V posture and then step our right foot back. Coming into a curtsy, a turned out lunge. You're gonna bend both knees. So you've got this turned out position of your inner thighs. Little hinge forward at the waist. A lot of weight in your left heel. Back right heel up high. You're gonna curl your arms in. Come down nice and low. And from here, come all the way up, all the way down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. This is definitely an exercise that challenges your balance. You might feel a little wobbly on the up or down. I definitely do a little bit today. Just focus on minimizing that wobble as much as you can. It's probably not gonna go away completely, but you can make it a little smaller. All the way up, all the way down. Lower, push, up. 3 more. 2. Now hold it halfway. Arms and legs find a little pulse. Let's pulse, pulse. Push. Really push down through your left heel. And that should translate to a lot of work in your left glute. You want to keep that hinge forward at the waist, leaning just a little bit forward. Push, 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 push. You gotta go a little lower for 3, 2, hold. Come down nice and low. This is your hold for this side. Try to push your arms out away from you. Can you get your back knee a little closer to the floor? As you do that, your right hip may be dropped down. Lift your right hip up to the same level as your left. Keep the work in both legs. Go a little lower. 4, 3, 2, find a parallel squat. You go down, lift, drop, and lift. You want to be in a hammer curl position, so now your thumbs are coming up towards your shoulders. It's fine. Heart stays lifted. Your weights add a little work to your legs on the down. Nice drop, and lift. Drop, and lift. 3, 2, last one. We're gonna find that lunge the other side. Click your heels together. Right foot stays forward, left foot steps back. Find that turned out squat, lunge, drop down. Inner thigh hugs in. It's gonna kind of want to flop out to the side as it gets tired. Keep it in. Bring your hands to prayer. Bring your elbows nice and high. Come a little lower. Right, you're gonna push your weights away from you. And then as you rise, you're gonna open your arms. Here we go. You come up for 2, drop for 2, lift, lower, lift, lower. All right. You know what's coming on this side. We've got this full range of motion, then a hold on the down, a pulse on the down. Focus on your balance, the positioning of your legs. Maybe you feel a little wobblier on this side, maybe less so. Try to keep your hands as far away from you as you can. Really get into the arms. 3, 2. Now hold it down. Your arms lift up as your knees go down. Pulse. You can keep your weights really far away. Hug them in a little closer. Shoulders are down. Hands just lift. Pulse. Holding before you know it. It's 3, 2, freeze. Could you come a little lower? We're gonna do triceps last. Always a great choice to drop your weights. You can always hold them and then get rid of them. It's 3, it's 2, and 1. All right, I'm gonna drop my weights. You can, or don't have to. Find that same position we started our arm work in. Parallel squat, bend at the knees. Fly your arms back behind you. You're gonna bend and stretch. Elbows bend, stretch, bend, stretch. 2 variations of triceps. You got bend reaches and then lifts. Your goal is to keep your arms lifted high behind you, keeping them as straight as you can. Bend. Obviously finding this little bend, but just so you can get them straighter is bend, stretch, bend, stretch. If you want a little bit more balance and work for your legs, you can lift your heels, bend your knees more. The farther forward you take your chest, the more abdominal work this is gonna be. Maybe the more tricep work as you get your arms a little higher. Gravity's challenging a little more. Bend, stretch. We're at that second variation. Hold your arms straight, palms to the floor, lift up. Lift, lift. Maybe now you lift your heels. Maybe now you dive your heart a little further forward. Feeling that straight long line, shoulder to fingertip, shoulder to knuckle. You're holding your weights. You got it. Lift, 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 lift. Hug your low belly in. You got it. Lift, lift. 8 more lifts. Then we hold. All right, I'm gonna challenge everybody. Lift your heels. Hold your arms. Bend your knees. Stretch your arms a little straighter. Your triceps are gonna be done, but we are gonna stay in this leg position for a final thigh push. So get your arms a little straighter, and then bring your hands forward to prayer. Lift your chest. Whoa, maybe feeling a little balance challenge as you find that upright posture. Shoulders right over hips, legs hip distance apart. For a little more arms, if your shoulders want more work, you can lift your arms to the sky. We've got 40 little pulses. You go down an inch, up an inch, nice and slow. It's drop and lift, lower and lift, drop. You got it. Take it down, up, down, up. Like I said, this is where we finish thigh work. So this is where you give it your all. Don't try to come up higher. Don't grab your water now, you're almost there. It's down and up. Halfway, we've got 20 to go. Down and left. Keep your legs really stable. Inner thighs hugging towards each other. You always feel the work through your tops of your legs. Those thighs should feel really solid. Down, left, down, and left. 8 more. 7. We hold. Gotta hold. 3, 2, just freeze. Maybe now lift your arms to the sky. We're gonna stretch our thighs right here, right now. You can do it standing or come to your knees. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. I'm gonna come down to my knees. Grab a hold of one foot. Push your foot into your hand. Big breath in. Now is a good time to grab some water. Just made it through that thigh series. Push your foot into your hand. And then release. Other quadricep. Grab a hold of your foot. Shift your knee a little bit behind the standing supporting leg. Big breath in. Out. And then release. We're gonna come to our side. Yes, Brian, the class will be available. Don't worry, I'll save it. We're gonna find clam openings. So you want your knees in front of you. Your heels can be one of two positions. They can be in line with your seat, or for more intensity, you can make your legs into a 90-degree angle. Feet in line with your knees in line with your hips. You find that same side plank posture. That's why we did it earlier in class, to really focus on that abdominal engagement. Top leg is gonna lift. It goes open, 2, close, 2, lift, close, lift, and close, lift, and close. All right, thinking about your neck alignment, your glute work. I took the more challenging leg position. You might be regretting that. You can always adjust, bring your heels back towards your seat. You can also lift your feet up, lower, knees lift, and lower, lift, and lower, 3, and lower, 2, lower. This time hold the up. Little taps, top leg goes up an inch, lift. Now's a great time to lift your feet up off the floor. Now's also a great time to recommit to the alignment. Lift your side up, all right? We have already done some glute work, so your glutes might be screaming at you just a little bit. That's good. You take it, lift. I know you guys think that's good. I'm sure plenty of people out on the street, if I was like, work your glute muscles to fatigue, they would be like, no thanks, that does not sound great. But that's where the magic happens, that's where the muscles change, that's where we get stronger. All right, we're gonna hold the up. Okay, remember that side plank position we came to with our bottom leg pressing down? You're gonna find that same position again. Bring your bottom knee down, lift up. All right. You're gonna find your balance, find your stability. Your top leg is gonna lift, lifts up an inch, lift, 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 lift. You got it, keep going. Those lifts, just trying to get my face on screen. All right, lift, 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 lift. We're gonna hold it up. One more push, here we go, hold it up. You're gonna push your leg back a little farther. You're gonna let your right hip stay stable. Your left hip is gonna lift up a little higher. Hold it here, 8. Head in line. We're gonna come to our back for bridge lifts between sides. 3, 2, and 1, come down. Plant your feet. Make sure your feet are in parallel position, hips distance. You're gonna take your feet, push them down, lift your hips up, down, full range of motion. Take it, lift, lower. Really feel your hamstrings lift up, that squeeze of your glutes on the top. But try to lift each glute up towards your hips, not squeezing your glutes together. Finding right where they insert in the hamstring, find that engagement. Always great to bring your hands there. You got it, lift, lower. We're gonna hold it up, kind of halfway, just pulse up an inch, lift, lift. Feeling that engagement. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your glutes. You can always reach your arms to the sky. Right, if your space allows it, you can just roll onto your right hip after this. I'm gonna come up, swing my legs around to the left. Whatever you gotta do, we're gonna go there as quickly as we can. When we finish these, 8 more lifts. It's 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, quick hold. Hold that lift, lift your hips all the way up. Squeeze your glutes. Remember, independently engage either side of your glutes. 3, 2, and 1. All right, come up, swing your legs over to the other side. Make sure you switch sides. Come down on your forearm. I should have said on the other side. You can always come a little bit lower. That's better for you. All right, knees in line with your hips, finding a right angle at your waist. Then heels either in line with your knees or back towards your seat. Top leg lifts up, 2, down, 2, lift, lower, lift. All right, as you guys get into these, Brianna's question was if it'd be available later. After the most recent Instagram update, I think most of you know this, but now all my classes automatically go to Instagram TV. Well, they don't automatically, I put them there. So they don't expire in Instagram TV. So as long as you have a relatively recent version of Instagram, you should be able to access those. I've also been putting most of them on my personal website. The link is in my profile. Sometimes I forget to save or I have little technical difficulties. Not usually, just one time that happened. So most of them are on my website. So if you just need more or you miss one, I'm not going to be doing a class this weekend, but I will be back here again tomorrow at 2 p.m. So we will do different things, I promise. Another 45-minute workout. All right, you made it to the second variation. Hold that top leg up. Maybe float your feet higher and press up an inch, up an inch. All right, as I was chatting and getting distracted, I noticed I'm kind of leaning back. My hips are opening up. So keep that top hip right over your bottom hip. Our bodies find the path of least resistance. They're always trying to find ways to make it a little easier. Which is why I'm constantly reminding you guys about your alignment. You gotta constantly remind yourself. Find that same position you started in, even as you get tired. If you have an exercise ball or even a small pillow nearby, you can always put that right here in this space, this triangle, under your right oblique for a little more support for your spine. I love to do that in class with the exercise ball. I don't have one at home. I need to get one. Push, push, almost done. We're gonna come to that propped up position. 4, 3, 2, hold. Maybe lift your feet up. Lift your obliques. Find that nice long spine. Bottom leg comes down. Prop yourself up. All right, finding that nice lift. Nice long leg. You want it a little bit behind your hip. Lift it up an inch, up an inch. All right, top arm to the sky. You got it. Tip, tip, tip. Finding nice long neck. We're kind of trained to have our heads upright, right? But in this side position, keep your neck in line with your spine. But that doesn't mean relaxed. Working those neck muscles as well. Lift, lift. Almost to our hold. You can do it. Stay strong. Hold in 3, 2, hold. Realign, lift your hips up if they drop down. Legs straight, it pushes back a little bit. Top arm reaches up to the ceiling. We are gonna come to our bellies or to all fours if you don't wanna be on your belly. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down to your belly. Legs go back behind you. You're gonna sweep your arms around. Remember how we did 2 sets of triceps? This is our 3rd set of triceps. Arms straight. Lift your arms a little higher. Float your legs up to meet. Now, don't look like me. Tuck your nose down so it points to the floor. Everything squeezes. In, in, in. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. This is our last push of class. You got this and 10 push-ups, and then we're done. You can do it. Try to click your heels. If you touch your feet, it's a little more engaging. I don't know exactly why, but it's true. Arms lifted and straight. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Shoulders down away from your ears. Working your back muscles as you lift your legs and chest. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. If you're on all fours, you can do opposite arm, opposite leg. Little lifts. And switch now if you're on all fours. Everybody else hold. Try to squeeze your inner thighs to touch. Lift up a little higher. Squeeze your glutes. Squeeze your glutes. Lift your arms. Squeeze your triceps. Tuck your chin. Maybe close your eyes. All right, 10 wide arm push-ups. 3, 2, and 1. Bring your arms wide. Tuck your toes under or you're on your knees. You push up. Here we go. It's 1, press. 2, press. You got it. 8 more. 7, 6 and a little hold. It's short. 4, 3, 2, hold. Long, long line, heels to top of head, hug your belly and shoulders down. Breathe for 3, for 2, come all the way back down. Bring your hands to goalpost arms. Curl your feet in towards your seat. Let your feet fall side to side. Nice, you can bring your head down. Finding a little release through your low back. Then pause at center. You're gonna press yourself all the way up to all fours. Then find a cat-cow. Arch through your back. And then round through your spine. Okay, one more. Arch through your back. Round through your spine. Then nice and slow, come up to your knees. Find a little release of your arms. Just swing side to side. And then from there, step your left foot forward. Finding a nice runner's lunge. Push your hips forward. Find a little tuck of your hips under. And then reach your right arm up to the sky. Bend to give yourself a pat on the back. Grab a hold with your left hand. Keep that push of your hips forward. And then maybe find a little lean over to the left. Pressing your head back into your arm. Big breath in. And then come back to upright. Arms shoot forward, hips shift back. Flex through your left foot. And then reach forward. I'm reaching for you guys. My farthest reach, I fold forward. Point through your toe. Finding some big breaths. Thank you all for showing up today. It's always good to see your names, to picture your faces. Let's take this a little deeper. Legs go away from each other. Push your right hip forward. Reach your big toe down. I also love seeing you guys chat a little with each other. I know there's so many ways to work out at home, but what I miss the most about our classes is the community. Pull back on your left leg. Let's switch to the other side. We are still finding some of that community, I know, in new ways, but hopefully we'll all see each other again in not too long. All right, shoulders down. Find that big push your hips forward. Left arm reaches up. Grab a hold of your elbow with your right hand, and then maybe come up and over. Finding that side body stretch. Then back to upright. Shift your hips back. Flex through your right foot. Sit up nice and tall on your knee. Maybe reach your arms forward or keep them on your hips as you dive your heart forward. Your furthest point. Run up and over your leg. Big toe reaches down to the floor. And always go a little bit lower if you need that to get a deeper hamstring stretch. Feeling a little tight today myself. All right. Okay. Gently pull back your right leg. Find a low crouch position. To just balance on the balls of your feet. Drop your heels down towards the floor. Get a little hamstring calf stretch. Calf stretch, not hamstring. We're gonna get a hamstring stretch now. We're gonna slowly lift up. Find one more double hamstring moment here. You can ragdoll your arms. Adding the weight of your torso to your legs. Shift forward into the balls of your feet. And then slowly rolls up. Rise up. Head is the last to lift. Let's take 3 big breaths. Bend your knees, lift up. And exhale. 2 more times. Bend and lift. Exhale. Last one. Bring every finger to meet its match on the other hand. Then pull your hands down to heart center. Ready, one more breath. And then give yourselves a round of applause. I know you all worked super hard today. I'm always around if you have questions about any exercises, modifications, feedback. I love to hear from you guys. So take care, have a good rest of your night, drink lots of water, and I hope some of you can come back tomorrow at 2 p.m. or these will all be archived. All right, bye.